This is Dynasty Warriors Origins, the like 50th game in the franchise. This is the first one in the series I have played, and this game was actually really awesome. The battles, the combat, and the story were all there for me. It was so fun charging at massive armies with one of my own. Ah, holy shit, that is so many guys! Ah. The Platinum, on the other hand, was a bit long and repetitive, requiring you to complete the story 3 different times, and also backtrack through it to complete other storylines, as well as completing most of the game on the hardest difficulty that unlocks after you beat the game for the first time. So the Platinum took around 70 hours, even though I was skipping the cutscenes in the other playthroughs, but it's got 44 trophies, and overall I wouldn't say it's too difficult. Most of the trophies require you to do things in a specific way, like the true endings, or obtaining all of the weapons and stuff like that. Very few will unlock naturally, like some story trophies and defeating enemies, but like I said, it's not too bad. Now let's decimate some armies. Alright, so I'm not going to go super in depth into the story as there is a lot of cutscenes and so many names to mispronounce, so I'll go over the more important stuff. So we're going to start the game in a poverty-stricken village. The whole land is ruled by like this corrupt government, and our character, which we'll know more about later, jumps in to help these people out, which catches the attention of some other people, and with these two, Cao Cao and Guan Yu, we spark a rebellion against the government, and in this first battle we're going to pick up 2 trophies. The first is for defeating 1,000 enemies in a single battle, which is a given since we can nuke everything with Guan Yu, which pops the trophy Army of 1. And the next is just for winning our first battle, so we'll defeat the boss enemy and pick up the trophy The First Battle. After that we'll take a rest at a campfire, and our character is having a nightmare. He doesn't remember his past or anything like that, but a boy tells him that he has a guiding light inside him and he'll bring peace to the land. Anyways, the game is gonna now fast forward like several years, and the Yellow Turbans, which is the small rebellion group we fought with earlier, are now just as bad and corrupt as the government before, which is gonna begin chapter 1. And now we're gonna get introduced to the world map of the game, but I'll go over this later once more important things start popping up. So for now we're just gonna continue the story. We enter this village and meet key characters. We already met Guan Yu. We also meet Liu Bei and Zhang Fei. These 3 are sworn brothers slowly building a province of peace, and they're going to want us to join them in spreading this peace. We prove we can hold our own against Zhang Fei.
You're better than I thought, but it'll take more than that to beat me.
After that, we'll make our way through a couple battles. We'll meet Juha, who is from our character's past, but is pretty cryptic. Anyways, she'll be watching over us during the game. We'll progress through the story some more and see the Yellow Turbans actually being very greedy and corrupt. We'll also meet some more key characters, Cao Cao and Jiahu Dun, but not this guy, sorry pal. But Cao Cao is another individual who wants to spread peace throughout the land, similar to Liu Bei. But with this group we all take on the Yellow Turbans together, and in this next battle we learn the ability to detect sorceries of the enemy, which is not really utilized all that much except later when we can save certain officers for trophies. But moving forward, we're going to win several battles against the Yellow Turbans, and we're going to keep progressing until we meet some more key characters. Sun Jian, another individual like Cao Cao and Liu Bei, Huang Gai, who's like his general, and Dong Zhou, another leader like Cao Cao, Liu Bei, Sun Jian, etc. Now with all of these characters introduced, we're now going to fight the Yellow Turbans together over multiple battles. We get checked on by Juha multiple times as well, just telling us to follow our own path to peace. And then one night we're going to come across the leader of the Yellow Turbans, which is that Zheng Jiao guy. He explains he wants peace, but is blind to what's happening around him and just vows to continue down this path. We complete a couple more battles, and during these battles I picked up the trophy Battle Art Mastery for mastering my first battle art. Battle arts are basically just skills we can use in combat by charging this yellow meter by attacking, dodging, blocking, whatever. And using these battle arts multiple times will allow us to master them, unlocking an upgraded version of it. Anyways, eventually we'll reach the final battle against the Yellow Turbans. It's a freaking awesome battle. I loved having every ally fight against a common enemy. I felt like I was making history.
Ready to charge, baby?
After we decimate his army, we're going to have a boss battle against Zheng Jiao, which wasn't really hard at all, but it looks really sick with the tornadoes and stuff. And then after we defeat him, we'll celebrate, and Juha will approve. Zheng Jiao will die, and that's the end of chapter 1, giving us the trophy Suppressing the Yellow Turbans. So chapter 2 now, we'll return to this village our character has a connection to, and hallucinates seeing Juha and that boy. They're not even there, and this kid Yuanha shows up and notices that we're having trouble remembering things and tags along for the rest of the journey. Most of this chapter we're going to help out the different factions win battles against their enemies, none of which are really worthy of note, but during these battles we're going to pick up a trophy. So during these battles, officers are going to be fighting in their own skirmishes against other forces, and sometimes they will start losing and their health will begin to fall, and the game will tell us when this happens. So it's best to just run straight to them so we can heal them and help them win their battles. Now we've done this multiple times already while playing through the game, and the trophy A Helping Hand will pop after saving 50 officers. Next in the story we're going to meet some more key characters, Diao-chan and Wang Yun. These two are father and daughter, and they're outliers in the government as they think it's corrupt and they want to change that and are hunted now because of that. We do our best to protect them, and then Cao Cao also helps us to protect them. In the next battle, the government fights back a little against Cao Cao's forces, and in this battle we'll pick up another trophy. As mentioned before, officers will be fighting battles across the map, and if you fight alongside them and perform well, for example dodge, parry, defeating multiple officers, whatever, they will perform a battle art chain with you, indicated by this blue glow around your skills. So we just gotta perform 10 of these to get the trophy in unison. And after this battle, we'll get another trophy for reaching the max bond with an officer. These bonds are hard to miss, they're very visible on the map, and all we need to do is talk with them or complete certain challenges to increase the bond level. And upon reaching max rank with one of them, we'll unlock the trophy Unbreakable Bond. We progress the story even further, and we talk with Diao-chan, and I mean immediately we're like inseparable somehow. Like our dude doesn't even talk and he's like in her head. He's like that with everyone in this game.
I could ask you to give me your heart, or to perform any number of daunting tasks. As long as I have this memory, I'll be able to go on fighting forever.
Just met like 2 seconds ago.
We learn Dong Zhou has risen to power and has taken the capital, so we need to defeat him. We go with Cao Cao to try and assassinate him, but it fails and they capture Diao-chan. We're forced to escape with Cao Cao from Liu Bei, who is Dong Zhou's most powerful officer and quite literally the strongest person in the game, aside from our character of course.
No, I can take him, I can beat his ass. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Okay.
So we get out of there with the help of Juha, and now we need to gather everyone again to help defeat Dong Zhou. We gather all of the allies from our fight with the Yellow Turbans, Sun Jian, Liu Bei, everyone. Cao Cao will also give us a squad of our own, which will allow us to perform tactics in battle. We'll go more in depth about the tactics when we unlock trophies for using them, but now that we've gathered everyone, we're ready to begin the attack on Hulao Gate. This was definitely one of my favorite battles in the entire game. Again, we have all of our allies fighting one common enemy and a massive army, which felt so fun to overcome. At some point in this battle though, our forces will have taken most of the bases and land, which causes Liu Bei to come out and just completely decimate our army. He's then going to make his way back to our main general, so Liu Bei and his brothers hold him off so we can keep going. But for a trophy, we need to go back and defeat him. Before I took him on, I used the arrow tactics from my squad, achieving a dramatic success, since it was used on higher ground, which pops the trophy Clever Tactician for achieving a dramatic success with a tactic. But the dramatic success didn't do anything to Liu Bei, and he was quite hard to defeat.
No.
No way he just hit him out of that. He did. Now that he's defeated, we can take the fight to Dong Zhou. On our way to him, Diao-chan for some reason fights us. I'm really not sure why. I was just really confused at this point.
Why is she evil? What? The fuck did she do? They do. Damn, why are we fighting her? Damn, you suck though, huh? Sorry. She dead?
But we defeat her and eventually make our way to Dong Zhou and defeat him as well.
You need me to kill her? Dai-chan, whatever? I'll fucking kill your ass, bro. I'm gonna kill your ass. You're fucking dead, fat ass. Come on. Find me, fat fuck. It's the best you got! That's the best you got, fat ass! Boom!
After winning this battle, all of our allied forces seem to disagree on who gets power, everyone's morals, and all of the stuff like that. which continues into the other chapters. While resting, Diao-chan comes to us saying goodbye for some reason, and we just never see her again for the rest of the game, apart from a cutscene where she is seen being a part of actually killing Dongzhou this time because somehow the fat ass escaped earlier. As I should probably mention, nobody dies in this game unless it's a cutscene. Anyways, that's the end of chapter 2, which pops the trophy bringing down Dongzhou. Now we're in chapter 3, and this is where the game diverges into 3 separate endings. Now the story from here on out is very drawn out. There's not a lot of story to be told that's really important, other than one faction taking land from another faction and things like that. For example, Cao Cao wants land from Liu Bei, and the other way around. I'll obviously go over key parts, but there isn't a lot worth surfacing in the video. So in this chapter, we're forced to choose which faction we want to join. We can help all of the factions, but ultimately we will have to choose one. So we want to help them all with all of their battles against rivaling factions in other regions. While this happens, we travel the map quite a bit and pick up multiple pieces of Proxine, which is scattered throughout this map. Proxine is just an upgrade material, and picking up 100 of these will give us the trophy Proxine Hunter. Also, while traveling through the map, we'll complete skirmishes. These are just small battles on the map that really don't do anything unless you want to complete challenges, but beating 30 of them will give us the trophy Fighting for Peace. Now I won't go over the characters we meet in each faction until we progress down that specific campaign, so the first faction I chose was Liu Bei's, as I thought he seemed the most genuine, but Sun Jian was a close second. Before we actually join Liu Bei's faction, we get some more backstory on our character, the boy who's actually called Bai Luan and Juha, and we're all training as Guardians of Peace, who have apparently kept the peace for some time, so I mean that's pretty much our character's backstory, and we learn a little bit more later. And still, before we officially join Liu Bei's forces, we need to complete 2 more battles, and these battles are against Cao Cao's faction and Sun Jian's faction, and participating in these battles will make enemies of the other ones, so it really sucks because I actually like them all. So now we're officially going to go down Liu Bei's campaign now. We meet Zhou Yun, who wants to follow Liu Bei because of his generous actions, and with them we're forced to defend against Cao Cao forces who want to claim his land. We succeed, but are now enemies of Cao Cao, sort of. The same goes for the Sun Clan. We're forced to defend against them, but they're not fully going to be our enemy as they're being forced to fight here, which we'll find out later. But we are victorious in both of those battles, which gives us time to make our next moves. We get word Liu Bei is still out there and requests for our aid, so we help rescue him from Cao Cao's grasp. Because of this, he's going to join our ranks, along with our character officially joining Liu Bei's forces, which will conclude chapter 3, giving us the trophy, The Struggle for Supremacy. Chapter 4 now, we get a fancy new outfit, and a bit into this chapter, we're just going to be completing side missions and story battles, and during these battles we will finally unlock all of the weapons in the game. These weapons will just unlock as you play the game. They just drop randomly from enemies, so for a trophy we need to unlock all of them and use all of them in a battle to pick up the trophy Weapons Master. Also, while completing these battles, the full map will become open to us, which will allow us to unlock the final waypoint, which just acts as a fast travel, which will give us the trophy Traveler. Now back onto the story, we learn Liu Bei has betrayed us and has taken a castle for himself. But Liu Bei is also going to arrange a meeting with us and shares a letter that Yuan Shu, who is a rat officer who forced the Sun Clan to fight us earlier, is now gaining more power because he has some powerful seal. So once again, we're going to join up with all of our allies to take on a common enemy. So we join with Cao Cao and not Sun Jian because he has died in battle, but his son Sun Ce, and of course Liu Bei and Liu Bei. This one is another awesome battle as we just raid this castle and make our way to the giant army with endless amount of troops. But eventually we're going to take down Yuan Shu, and after this battle, Liu Bei now reflects on the strength of the other generals that he must now oppose, like Cao Cao and Liu Bei, and vows to overcome them. Later, Liu Bei now pushes further into Liu Bei's territory, forcing us to join with Cao Cao and escape from them. During this battle, we're going to fight in a duel. Now, we've done this before with Diao-chan and Dongzhou, for example. Basically, we need to damage him enough to where we can finish him off, as indicated at the top. Now, this is our 10th duel, which pops the trophy Killing Blow. So we escape from there, and now once again we must become allies with Cao Cao to put an end to Liu Bei's destruction. So we defeat all of his forces and take the fight to him and finally take him out. This battle wasn't too hard because I had it on easy, but don't get me wrong, when we up the difficulty later it becomes really tough. For now though, he drops pretty quick.
No way.
How could I lose?
But it takes everyone to finally finish him off because this guy is a beast. But now that he's toast, Liu Bei wants to distance from Cao Cao, or in other words, rebel. Liu Bei and Zhang Fei stay with Cao Cao for now to mask this. but Cao Cao soon discovers Liu Bei's intentions. Meanwhile, Guan Yu and our character protect the land that we do have from Cao Cao's forces, but unfortunately we are forced to surrender to Cao Cao, and we pretty much have no choice but to help Cao Cao with a few battles. During this time, a strange, mysterious figure begins to hunt Cao Cao, and I knew right away who this was. It's that little boy Bai Luan, and in the end he wants the same goal as us, spread peace, but no matter what you do, what faction you choose, he's always going to be an antagonist. He sheds some light on the past, and we now actually remember that our village was burned and Juha died along with it, which was pretty shocking, but the dream of peace that these two have was hers all along, so we say goodbye to her and carry on her dream. And at this point we'll unlock the Muso Rage skill, which allows us to perform like a giant shockwave, which is pretty OP, and the trophy Peerless Warrior for unlocking it. Now while Cao Cao is busy, we find a chance to escape with Guan Yu and make it back to Liu Bei, which concludes chapter 4 and pops the trophy to each their own path. So in chapter 5, it's not long before Cao Cao chases after us, and this chapter includes a lot of running from Cao Cao until the time is right. We take out as many of Cao Cao's forces as we can over multiple battles. We also meet with one of the best strategists of this time period to find a way to beat Cao Cao, Zhuge Liang. He helps us win multiple battles against Cao Cao using a multitude of strategies. But still, Cao Cao is determined to advance on us, so we're forced to mobilize our army and flee. Now this next battle is extremely important for the true ending for this faction, the Battle of Changban. In this battle we're forced to make it to the escape point, and at some point Cao Cao himself will arrive with a big army. The objective is to just flee, but what we need to do is turn around and defeat Cao Cao to unlock the secret ending. So we'll take him out and we'll notice the Fate Altered pop up, and that's how we know we've done it correctly, so now we can just actually flee. But before we do, of course Bai Luan shows up just to attack Liu Bei. So we take him out, and that's pretty much the last time he interferes. So now we can continue with the rest of the game, which isn't a lot. So we arrive at the Battle of Chibi, which is the last battle of the game. Before we fight in it, we clean up all of these side quests we can and pick up a few trophies. So these side quests are going to give us troops for our squad. So when we hit 30 troops, we'll pick up the trophy Officer of Renown. These missions will also give us new tactics, so performing 10 different tactics will allow us to pick up the trophy Masterful Tactician. Back onto the main story. For this last battle, we team up with the Sun Clan from earlier, and now Sun Ce has also died in battle, and this leaves his brother Sun Quan leading the Sun Clan. Now we learn Huang Gai has betrayed the Sun Clan to serve Cao Cao, but it's all part of Zhuge Liang's plan. He is counting on the wind changing mid-battle so we can set fire to Cao Cao's fleet. In this battle, we hold off for as long as we can until we notice the wind change, and once we do, we give the signal, which allows Huang Gai to set the fleet ablaze from the inside. This sends Cao Cao on the retreat, where we chase him down and finally put an end to his army for now, as Guan Yu lets him go after this. So after all that, we finally finish the Shu ending, which is Liu Bei's faction. We'll get a little snippet of the peaceful city that Liu Bei rules, and we'll get 2 trophies. A Just World for completing Liu Bei's campaign, and a Truly Just World for achieving the true ending for his campaign. Alright, so the next campaign I did was the Sun Clan, so I'm not going to go too much into depth here because after all it's going to end the same way, but I will go over the important characters in this faction as well as the battles to get the true endings. So we'll load back to chapter 3 to choose this faction as well as come across some key characters. So in this clan we meet Zhou Yu, who is Sun Ce's good friend, and the daughter of Sun Jian. Good luck with that one. So while helping them out, we'll come across the Battle of Zhang Yang, and in this battle Sun Jian is fated to die, so we need to go out of our way to save him. At some point in this battle, he'll chase after an officer, which is a trap, so we need to loop all the way around to reach him in time before he dies. To get to him, there'll be a boss, which is like the shadow version of the yellow turban dude, but he drops in seconds because of how strong we are now, and we'll save him from dying from a giant boulder, and we'll also get the little fate altered thing that pops up, and a trophy defying fate for saving an officer fated to die. What sucks about saving him though is Sun Jian wants us to keep it a secret that he lives, so only Huang Gai and our character know, which blows because I wanted to see him in the final battle. Next we're going to join the Sun Clan, of course, which will bring us to the end of chapter 3. Chapter 4 now. Playing through this chapter allowed me to obtain enough skill points, which you get from just playing, to unlock all of these skills in the game, popping the trophy Pinnacle of Prowess. Now we're going to jump to our next fate-altering moment for the true ending in the battle Suppression of Wu. So in this battle we're going to see Sun Ce enter the woods and disappear. So all we need to do is follow him and use our ability that can detect sorceries. We'll notice Bai Luan is trying to kill Sun Ce because he's dangerous. Like I said, he's just going to attack anyone no matter who you pick, the fucking prick. So we just gotta defeat him here, and that's pretty much it. We'll get the little message, and we'll be able to save Sensei. But again, we keep it a secret from everyone, which also sucks. Now we're just gonna jump to the end of the game at the Battle of Chibi, and everything's the exact same, the same strategy, all that. We just gotta take out Cao Cao, beating the game, and we'll get a snippet of Sun Jian and Sensei serving the Emperor, and the Sun Clan thriving, and we'll also pick up 2 trophies, the Future of Wu for that campaign, and the True Future of Wu for the true ending. So now we'll do the exact same thing with Cao Cao's faction, and there's a reason I chose him last.
But for as long as I live, I will not look back. I will forget you
Jesus.
all and carry on. Regrets and apologies can wait until the next life.
Anyways, going through this campaign will allow us to pick up a lot of trophies for completing almost every bit of side content. First of all, we'll meet some important characters. Dian Wei, who's just a general, and Guo Jia, who is an important strategist in Cao Cao's army. So playing through with this faction will allow us to use our 9th companion in battle, and companions are essentially just a free Muso attack, the giant ring thing. So they are very useful. Anyways, playing with 9 different companions in battle will pop the trophy Capable Companions. Now next up, we're going to complete the fate-altering objectives for the true ending. So first up in this escape of Wan Castle, we need to save Dian Wei. This one is very easy. We just need to get to the base in the top right and just clear that and everything going clockwise until we can get inside the base to defeat all of the officers, which will allow us to get to him in time, saving him and changing his fate. Now next in the Battle of Mount Bailing, we need to save Godzilla. And this one's even easier. We just need to clear out the left side of the map until Bailuan attacks us. We defeat him and get the message, which saves Gojia. We can now just proceed straight to the last battle, and the last thing for the true ending is to stop Huang Gai from burning the ships. And the game is just going to tell us where he is, since he's right in the middle of our fleet. So we just take him out and then take out Liu Bei and Sun Quan, which did not feel good. But that will end Cao Cao's run, not really giving anything insightful for the secret ending except 2 trophies, the Path to Power and the True Path to Power. Now we're going to clean up everything. We'll start by completing all of the requests in the game given by officers. These could be collecting items or completing skirmishes, and after completing all of these requests, we'll get the trophy Loyal Ally. Next is to complete all of the trainings, and these are also given by officers. There are many challenges tied to weapons, like defeat 100 enemies with battle arts using a specific weapon. Completing all of these will give us the trophy Avid Learner. Now completing both trainings and requests will raise officer bond levels to max, and these people go on forever and have a very strong attraction to our dude for some bizarre reason. They say some crazy shit.
Once I have claimed all under heaven, I swear I shall have you as well. What the fuck? No.
After all, they say the greatest joys are to be saved for last.
What the fuck? The hell?
I'm going to take all
Huh?
measurements. I'll be as accurate and as thorough.
What?
Possible. I've been thinking about you constantly, so I was a little
Jesus.
tempted to actually see you.
You can even call me brother if you want to. How about it?
Oh my, what the hell? I gotta say it, bro.
It has a great ring to it. Talking with you always has a way of clearing my mind.
Wow, I'm just that,
Do
like,
you remember the
good,
last
right?
time we spoke?
I don't even
I
fucking
was
talk.
conflicted about
Friendship. Let us call it that.
Oh wow, she's
For
like,
now, at least. For you see, there was no room in my heart for anyone
wow.
but you. Until that day comes,
Jeez.
you will, my beloved.
What?
Anyways, getting all of the officers to max rank will give us the trophy Spirit of Camaraderie, and doing almost all of these side missions and officer stuff will level all of the provinces in the game to the max rank naturally, as we can see from the blue bars being filled, and raising all of these to max will get the trophy Guardian of Peace. Now completing all of the provinces to max will unlock the last side mission, and completing this side mission will give us the trophy Supreme Competence. Now that we've pretty much tackled all of the side content, now it's time to complete all of the battles we need to on Ultimate Warrior difficulty, which wasn't too hard since we were so high leveled at this point. We only need to complete the ones that have items we need, like the accessories, weapons, horses, and battle arts. We'll get the trophy Ultimate Warrior for completing a battle on this difficulty. So now we're going to go through these and we'll grab a lot of trophies. We'll get Abundant Armory for collecting all of the weapons, Accessory Addict for collecting all of the accessories, and now collecting all of those as well as completing the story will give us the trophy Living Well of Knowledge. We'll get Unrivaled for having defeated 200,000 enemies. We'll also get every battle art we need to use all 109 arts to get a trophy. I thought this one was going to be a nightmare, but it's actually pretty easy to track as it tells you if you used it or not, which is nice. So using them all will give us the trophy Versatile Warrior. And this brings us to our last few trophies. I upgraded my weapon to max and changed the traits on it, which will give us 2 separate trophies, Deadly Perfection for getting it maxed out, and Weaponsmith for reforging the traits on it. So now we need to fight Liu Bei in this difficulty, which is the hardest thing in the game, and the challenge for this battle is to not use any items, so we can't heal, no attack buffs, nothing. It's not too bad because you do get checkpoints in the battle, but it was still difficult.
Of my superiority.
What the fuck is this? What the hell was that? What? Dude, what? Yes, come on, baby. I did it.
It is I who am the
Boom! Da, da, da,
Listen this.
da! Beating him is going to give us the last horse in the game, which gives us the trophy Eminent Equestrian. And that is going to be all of the trophies, which pops the Platinum True Warrior of the 3 Kingdoms. So that was the Platinum for Dynasty Warriors Origins. For my first entry into the series, I want to say I wish I found out about these games sooner because this game was such a fun experience. The Platinum was a little repetitive, but it did feel really satisfying to finally obtain it. I'd give the Platinum a 7 out of 10 for my enjoyment because playing through the story multiple times was just not that fun. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out the video. If you liked it, I hope you subscribe. Peace out.